to rush into it. I got offered a Netflix show, and I turned it down because I just knew I would be miserable doing it. I think once you're in charge of everything, to go back and be a utility player, it's like I'd rather be in charge. So I spent the last 2 years writing this screenplay, and Vince read the foundation. He's like, there's definitely something here, and he'd give me notes. So for 2 years, I was just working on that, grinding it. So I'd come back from the road, here you go, and he'd take a look at it. He's like, all right, now think about this. And eventually, over the course of 2 years, the script got into shape, and now we're literally filming it. This is my third to last week on the road before I get back to filming this. And then I film it, then I go back on the road, I film my new hour, and then hopefully we'll be doing a TV show by then. We'll see.
Wow. No life.
Yeah.
You have no time to do anything.
Well, when you got 2 kids, you got to keep the lights on. If I didn't have 2 kids, I'd be at Deja Vu or whatever Cheetah's,
Do you even remember your kids' names?
See, they have to remind me. I have them wear name tags. Hello, my name is Kent.
It's Sydney and Mario.
Yeah.
That was the one good line from Chris Rock in that movie. He's like, the one good thing about not being around is I don't beat my kids.
Yeah.
That was the only good line of that movie. I'm sorry. All right, let's take our final break and we'll come back and just hang out and wrap things up on 1070 NBC Sports.
It isn't just about wins and losses. It's about people.
Because championships are won in practice. You can't afford to miss a thing. That's why we are...
Welcome back to the Larry Timko Show on 1070 NBC Sports, broadcasting live from our Port Charlotte studio. Steve Byrne performing at Visani's all weekend long, and here's a clip that you can find on the site.
You ever been in a bar fight?
Let's turn that.
No? Do me this favor, and I truly mean this. Never, ever, ever in a bar fight a man in his mid-30s or older, ever. Because you're in a bar to meet girls. He's in a bar because he's angry. All right? Shit didn't work out the way he thought it was gonna. So when you find yourself on the floor of a bar getting your face rocked, you're like, fuck, this guy's got a lot of rage. Oh, yes, he does.
Wow.
You didn't vet this clip?
I did not, because he always puts clean clips on. I'm dumping it. Dump button. Sorry, guys. You won't hear that on the air.
Do you see on the top of the clip it says this is a rated R show?
No, I didn't see that. Because you always put the clean clips online.
Well, it's a rated R show. Okay. This is everybody out there. It's a rated R show.
That's why you're not performing on Mother's Day, Steve.
That's right. I'm not here on Mother's Day.
No, he is not a Mother's Day comedian.
Yeah. All right. So you didn't hear that clip out there thanks to my 10-second delay button.
All right.
Wow.
You haven't had a dump in a while.
Yeah. He's such a classy guy.
I'm in a tuxedo. I showed up. I rented this. Yeah.
That's what I say. He's like, I can't use that comparison anymore because he's tainted. But I was like, you're like you're kind of reminding me like a classy Kevin Spacey. You did, not anymore.
Yeah, no, sorry.
Sorry, Kevin.
Well, the good news is we're both out of work in Hollywood, so I'll be at Visani's all weekend.
All right. Well, 2 shows or 1 show on Saturday?
2 shows Saturday, 6 to 9:30. 1 show tonight, 8:30.
Okay, tickets 629-9191 or log on to Visani.net.
Yes.
Awesome. So man, that's really cool.
What?
You swear. No, it's all right.
Of course.
No, it's cool.
You're going to get in trouble, aren't you?
No, I got the dump button.
Okay, good.
But the second show, both shows aren't R-rated. You only do the second show R-rated, I thought.
I'm not really like an R-rated guy.
Yeah.
I'm not. I don't really talk about, especially this new hour. It's definitely not. Not anything gross or dirty. There's no sex jokes in it or anything like that.
And it's all new material. It's not nothing we've seen on Netflix or anything like that.
Yeah, this is all new stuff I'm working on.
Most of my comedians I can control, of course I tell them, Steve,
I am pulling the strings.
I'm not going to tell Steve what to do, you know what I mean? Steve, I love his comedy, I want Steve to do what Steve does, you know what I mean? So we have, that's why we put the R-rated. He's going to do his show. Okay. No matter what it is, and I'm okay with that because I loved his show. Last night, I was the guy in the corner clapping really loud and falling out of my chair laughing. So it was kind of embarrassing. Kelly's like, why are you clapping? I'm like, that was awesome. So yeah, no, it's a great show. It's not our usual shows that we have that are really, really, pretty squeaky clean. So if you want just clean comedy, this is
Al Ernst.
Al Ernst, and that'll be the show for you. Day. But if you want.
From what Al told me, this is going to be a different show for him, too, that he's never done before. He's bringing the jesters with him.
Yeah, he's doing a little bit of improv on there because he has an improv crew now that he's been running around with just for fun. So he's just going to do about 5 minutes of improv at the end. But it's just something for him to have some fun. He has some friends that are going to come down and do that at the end.
So with your schedule, Steve, you probably don't do the Gentleman's Dojo anymore, do you?
I've taken a leave of absence from the dojo, so Gary Cannon's in the driver's seat now.
Okay.
Yeah, but look, I love the podcast. It's a lot of fun to do, and Gary just interviewed the Andre the Giant documentary director.
I wanted to see that.
I haven't seen that
I've
yet.
heard that documentary. Bill was talking about that. I want to see that documentary.
Yeah.
It's really great. So he just had him on, and he's got a lot of great guests on. But you could go back through the backlog. We had Vince Vaughn on it, Colin Jost, the Impractical Jokers. We had a lot of those guys on.
It's amazing how many comedians are doing the podcasting, and it's really taken off. Like Mark Maron, Joe Rogan, all these guys. It's amazing.
Joe Rogan is like the god of podcasts right now.
Yeah, him and Maron started before anybody was really doing it. They were kind of the first in the door. Yeah. And I think Burr got in there really early too. So a lot of the people that have popular podcasts, it's because they got in on the ground level.
Well, to be honest, I didn't know about Mark Maron until I saw him on the IFC doing his TV show. And I'm like, oh, geez, I wonder if he really does a podcast. And I looked at him, I'm like, wow, he really does.
Yeah, it's pretty massive.
Yeah, it's pretty wild. I think that's neat. I like that. You get a lot of insight into these comedians too, because especially on a personal level, because I don't know what you guys do behind the scenes or everything. That's why I like listening to these podcasts, because like, wow, these guys are crazy,
or they're not as crazy as you think.
Yeah, but Mark Maron seems like he's a really neurotic cat freak.
Yeah. I did his podcast a while ago, and I'm allergic to cats. And I was like,
does he really do it in a garage?
Yeah.
So that's legit.
It's like, this is a horrible situation for me, just breaking out and.
You're allergic to cats.
Yeah, really bad. Yeah.
Oh my god.
My daughter wants a kitten so bad, and she's like, "Sorry, kid, this is not the first dream I'm going to crush for you."
Yeah. Oh no, they got those hypoallergenic cats. Right?
Yeah, they do. Yeah, they have the hyperallergenic and dogs too.
Oh, they're really?
Yeah,
okay,
there is hyperallergenic.
Yeah.
Yeah, I hate cats.
Yeah, those furless cats. I know, I'm not a cat guy either. I'm a dog dude.
Yeah,
that's great. How old are your kids?
6 and 2.
Oh God, they're still young.
Why are you licking your lips?
Huh?
No, they're 6 and 2. Oh, they're so young. My daughter's 6. My son's 2, about to turn 3, and it's just the greatest age, But it's so funny because we have that season pass to Disneyland, so we go probably once a month.
Yeah,
and I went once when I was a kid, and these kids are going all the time. And then I'm looking. We made this photo album. And they literally, because we've gone so much, they've literally met every character, and I got a picture with every character. And they're looking through it and just like, oh, this is kind of cool. This is kind of cool. I'm with Winnie. Oh, this is kind of cool. I'm with Fox from Foxtopia or whatever that other one. And just all of them up, all the Pixar films they met all. And I'm like, if you're 6 or 3, like this is like. It'd be like here's me with Jordan, here's me with Gretzky. It's like they're so spoiled in terms of all these characters. And if you're 6, it's got to be like Christmas every day to get to meet these people.
Yeah, my son's 12, spoiled just like that, except with athletes.
With sports.
With sports. We did the Disney thing. He's over Disney. Now it's either Legoland or Universal. He doesn't care about Disney anymore.
Wow.
But for him, it's sports. He wants to go to the Lightning games. He wants to go to the Rays games. He loves
cool.
spring training. He meets all the players, gets to hang out with them. He loves that stuff.
Yeah.
And that's his thing. So, I let him have a Facebook page that I monitor, but you look at it, he's got pictures with all the players, and he's
sweet.
So he's spoiled like that too. So
he's getting some likes.
Yeah, right. Give him some likes. But he doesn't understand. I was like, dude, we're in a suite. Do you understand? I've never sat in a suite until like last year.
See that guy touching the ceiling? That's where Daddy normally sits.
Exactly. See, those are called nosebleed seats, son. I'll introduce you to that sometime.
He's a little spoiled. Yeah,
he'll
realize it when he's older, though.
I hope so, because right now it's just like it's a given. Hey, we're going to a concert. Are we going to get backstage? Are you kidding me?
Well, that's the crazy thing about Los Angeles is that you get perspective, right? So, like at the Lakers games, any given night, you see Charlie Sheen, Lindsay Lohan, Bruno Mars. And they're sitting right there in the front rows. And I think the Staples Center is the only arena in the NBA where the front row of Laker games are considered nosebleed seats.
Man. You see, you're naming
that's
crazy. That's the thing in L.A., too.
That's a cocaine joke, guys.
Yeah, right.
I know. No, I don't know. I was
but
just going off.
He's rattling off these A-list superstars, and I'm at a Rays game. There's Jerry Springer.
Jerry.
Right.
I love Jerry.
He would.
I don't like his show, but have you ever heard him get interviewed?
Honestly, I can't say that I
smart,
have.
funny guy.
Is he?
Yeah, he really is.
You have to have a sense of humor if you're doing that.
Exactly.
Yeah,
and he admits it. You know what I mean? He has no shame about his show. I love it. Just go and listen to an interview with that guy. He's good. He's a smart
I want to
guy.
see a battle royal between him and Maury. I think that'd be cool.
Is Maury still out?
Is he still alive?
Oh, you had a joke about Maury last night, I think.
He's still around,
because he's still married to Connie Chung, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really?
They've been
Connie Chung still around?
Yeah. They've been together a long time, man. We're talking 25, 30 years. For an entertainment relationship, that's a long time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know?
Good for them.
Nice. Yeah. No doubt. You never married into the entertainment business, I assume.
No, my wife's a teacher.
Oh, that.
So it's so funny. I went to the not to like name drop, but because we're talking about this, I went to the Avengers premiere with Colin Jost. He used to open for me. He's on SNL, right? And he's dating Scarlett Johansson. So he calls me. He's like, "Hey, you want to go to the Avengers premiere?" I'm like, "Yeah." So I go, and we're in the Kodak Theater, right? And on stage, they're all being introduced, right? So Chris Pratt and Iron Man and everybody, and then Scarlett Johansson comes out, huge applause, and you see this clip, and she's kicking ass and all this other stuff. And then, I just look over at Colin. I'm like, and he's just beaming and he's clapping, and she's a movie star. She looks gorgeous. And I'm like, my wife's a teacher. She doesn't get to do any of this stuff. And he's like, yeah, it's kind of awesome, huh? So it's kind of one of those odd moments where you're just like, wow, you're dating an Avenger, dude. That's really crazy.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. Does your wife give you a lot of flack? You're not that big. Does she bring you down a peg when you're home?
She doesn't laugh.
No.
She's a tough. If I can get her to laugh, I'm like, all right, maybe this will work.
Yeah.
But if I tell her a joke and she doesn't laugh, I'm like, maybe I used to take it personally. I'm like, how do you not laugh at this? This is really funny. But she's a tough cookie.
I was gonna say because she deals with kids all day long, then she's got to come home to another one.
Exactly. Yeah. I'm very mature.
Just wondering how the dynamic of the household there. She's obviously the boss.
Yeah, my son obviously he's pounding milk constantly. He just wants milk. He doesn't want to eat, and he gets very gassy. So I call him Dr. Toots, and every time he farts, I go, paging Dr. Toots, Dr. Toots. And my wife never laughed at it, ever. And then there was one day where I said, paging Dr. Toots, and she actually laughed. And I'm like, oh, I finally broke you on that. She's like, it is pretty funny. But the other day, I helped my son,
it's
and
cute too,
he ripped one. I go, did you just fart on my arm? And he looked at me, dead serious, and he slapped me right across the face.
Dr. Toots.
Yeah. And he just like bitch slapped me. He's like, bow! And I was like, what the? And he just started laughing, dying laughing. I'm like, this kid's going to be great. Yeah.
It's going to be fun.
Oh, that's great.
Boom!
Is he going to play hockey?
He's got a good wrist shot, yeah.
Right.
We're in the driveway, so I'm going to start getting him some skating lessons and getting out there. But he likes watching the Penguins with me. He watches the Pens. He knows who Crosby is.
Wow.
2.5. So
that's really
Crosby, yeah. Malkin.
Yeah. My kid, he was about 5.5, 6 years old before he finally got the motor skills to even throw a ball.
Yeah.
So I'm happy about that. I was just like, okay. Yeah. You obviously have your mother's genes. No, I'm just kidding. Nice. But Steve Byrne performing at Vasani's all weekend long. Offer tickets 629-9191 or log on to Vasani.net. It's also pasta night tonight too.
Yeah.
So get some good pasta specials for $9.95 and up.
$9.95 and up.
No spaghetti pie though. I ate it all.
Yeah. No, that was gone quick last week.
Oh hell yeah! It always goes quick. Yeah. Cool. You got some good stuff coming up too.
Yeah. We have our Dean Martin tribute on Tuesday. Awesome guy. He actually flies in from Vegas. He's the biggest Dean Martin guy in Vegas right now. So he comes in and he does our little club, which I cannot complain. We have Frankie Paul coming. Yeah. We have Sean Wayans coming in June.
Oh yeah.
So that should be interesting. That'll sell out quick.
Nice. So. Hey, are you a Steelers fan too? I forgot to ask you that.
Yeah, but I'm always all in on the Pens.
Okay.
Yeah. So when it's on, I'll watch. Right. But same with Buccos, but the Bucks are tough to.
Well, no, I was curious about what you thought
they're
about
over 500.
About what? Oh, they're actually
Roethlisberger.
Yeah, Roethlisberger and the whole Mason Rudolph comments.
Yeah, just I get it. He's a competitor, but there's just a classy way of handling things. Yeah. But I don't think, I think Ben's exhibited a behavior where he's. Look, he
doesn't care.
You get what you get when you get Roethlisberger, and he
doesn't care.
He puts up the numbers. He's an incredible talent, but it is what it is. Yeah.
Okay, just curious. Is he beloved in Pittsburgh? How do you guys feel about him in Pittsburgh?
I love him
because nationwide, Jim Kelly caught a lot of crap, but we love him in Buffalo.
Yeah. I don't know if he's not Jim Kelly. Be loved. You know what I mean? I think it's in the beginning of his career, he made a lot of people mad. He wasn't the nicest guy. I've heard bad stories about him out to eat and stuff like that. You know what I mean? So, and there's a lot of bad stories out there.
And if you win in Pittsburgh, that's all people really care about. So,
all right. And Le'Veon Bell, do you guys care if he comes back next year?
I'm almost done with Le'Veon Bell. I mean, we offered him the most we can offer him. He'd be the highest paid running back, doubled.
Yeah.
guy closest to him, and he won't take it.
Nope.
Like, what else? That's all we have slotted for that position. What do you want us to do? You know, I'm
anytime
just getting
somebody
sick of it.
falters or gets injured